mid-semester breaks, those short 1 week breaks in the middle of the semester, they are valuable, they're good because we can actually catch up on our lessons. We can spend more time doing creative work. For example, for me, making YouTube videos, buying extra books to read. And it also gives more time to reflect on the semester, the things you did right, the things you did wrong, and the things you want to change going into the second half of the semester before the final exam. And so I've put together my mid-semester resolutions, as you might like to call it, things that I would like to change come the second half of the first semester. How I would like to change certain things to make myself a better person in class and a better person overall. And so let's get into it. So, switching off your phones during class. So I've already tried this method for a couple of days and it really benefits. The benefits you get are massive. So by screens, I mean phones, tablets, computers. If you don't need them, just switch them off, put it in your bag, or just leave it there. Make sure the power's off, because let's face it, these screens, the bright colors, the features, the text messages, they are a form of distraction. They will distract you. And so I've tried it out and it works, because before that I always keep my phone on. And when you keep your phone on, when the teacher teaches and when you get a notification, our first instinct is to look at the notification, see what we get. But when you switch off a phone, that takes that agenda completely out of the way. You're entirely focusing on the lesson. But it doesn't necessarily mean you gotta switch off a phone from, let's say my class times are from 9:45 a.m. to 4 p.m. You don't have to switch off the entire time. Just switch it off when the lecturer starts teaching. Just switch it off, and when the lesson's done and you have a break, just turn it back on. You can use whatever the fuck you want. Just during class time, just switch it off. It's really beneficial, trust me. Because you will be able to focus more, you'll be able to identify the main points of the lesson, and it reduces the amount of time you gotta look back on, because you already have an understanding of the topic during the class. Then when you come back home and study, it takes less time, and therefore it allows you to do more creative work. So daily journals. So what is a daily journal? So daily journals are like that time. It's like a timetable, but with exact times from waking up to going to bed. Certain goals at certain hours that you set for yourself for the day. You set these mini goals in a day. That is what a daily journal is for, and that helps you plan your day out, see what you're gonna do for the day better and more efficiently, compared to someone who doesn't use a daily journal and just go about as it is. Especially in college life, when there are lots of work to do, a daily journal can be that ultimate weapon. But the problem is, I haven't been able to use that weapon as efficiently as I should have. I've been inconsistent with my daily journal writing, and that has kind of affected my workflow at times. There have been unproductive days at least once every 2 weeks, or maybe sometimes once every 3. And that kind of hurts that overall workflow, like the momentum. You kind of sometimes just lose the momentum, and that is something that you can't afford in the rush. So what I want to do in the second part of the semester is try to write my journal as consistently as possible. And by daily journals, I don't just mean an app you found in an iPad or your phone. I mean pen to paper. And so I can't stress enough about how pen to paper is the best way to plan something out. So pen to paper is by far the most efficient way, but I'm not going to dissect that. That's for another video, isn't it? So that's just it. That's what I like to say. Like, keeping a daily journal is always efficient. It's not just me. You should keep a daily journal too, and hopefully it benefits you. earlier in the semester, I actually committed to a 6 a.m. waking up schedule. That is, whenever I sleep, doesn't matter. I'll wake back up at 6, do some work, and then go to college. So it wasn't that bad at the start. As you can see in the video, I'll put a link somewhere up there or in the description box of this video. Go check that out. So the problem starts in the long run, where because I sleep at around 11:30, you only get 6.5-7 hours of sleep per day, and that is not sufficient enough to actually go towards your goal, because that's 6.5 hours of sleep for 5 days a week. In the long run, I got tired during class. Sometimes I just want to sleep rather than study, and that kind of affects you, not in a good way, in a horrible way. So what I'm gonna do is I want something as a gift, and I'm gonna give up my 6 a.m. waking up strategy to make sure I get 8 hours of sleep a day. And as I make the maths, it's actually more efficient, because when you sleep 8, you need that 8 hours or more of sleep a day, because that is the minimum amount. That keeps you fresh. That keeps you going for the day, and it worked for me at the start. Then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I fixed it. 6 a.m. morning up schedule, and everything got fucked up. So I'm trying to go back to my original schedule of 8 hours of sleep a day, and try to complete all the work by night. Sleep, get a full rest, because that's the most important thing when you're a college student or a university student. You need that rest, because without rest, what you're gonna do? So that's something I will try to fix come the next half of the semester. That's it. We've come to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you're a new member here, why don't you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so that you don't miss my future content. Come join the community. And if you're already a regular to this, and click the like button, it helps a lot as well. And there's a new announcement to make, as I said in the earlier part of the video. Do you remember Live from a Different Angle Season 1? The shitty Season 1 series that I released? Well, Season 2 is back next week. Don't miss it. And it's not gonna be once a week like it was in Season 1, because I want to add more quality into the content. And I've been planning this for like a couple of weeks now, and I've put together a video. It's gonna be out next week, so don't miss it. Hit the little bell so that you will get notified when the new season is out. And if you want to see how shitty Season 1 actually is, I'll leave a link somewhere up there, or it's either in the description box of this video. So go check that out, and I'll see you next week in Live from a Different Angle Season 2 Episode 1. Until then, you take care.